I found a love for me, darling, just dive right in. If you are too loud, it's a sweet song. If you're I found a love for me, it's too much. Yo, what's good, Tristan? So today we've got some more singing reviews. And again, my apologies, I have been late on these. My living situation has finally gotten stable for the next 2 months or something, so I am going to be catching up on these. Be sure to send me a message on Patreon if I have not gotten to your video yet, and I will be sure to get to it. I'm going to be doing these throughout this week, like hardcore, so I get everything done. As you know, I literally went from 10,000, 15,000 subscribers to 300, almost 400,000 subscribers in a month or two. So it's been kind of crazy, but we're gonna catch up to all of them. Here we go. We're gonna start here. Oh yeah, by the way, I am a vocal coach. Be sure you check out my website, youcansinganything.com. I teach singing lessons online every single day through Skype. Also down in that description, links to my vlog channel, cover channel, and this Patreon, in which you can sign up for one of these things I'm about to do right now. Anyway, here we go. Let's get started. Some of these are really good. And by the way, I do watch these ahead of time in full. I don't always have time to play the whole video in these videos, otherwise you'd be looking at a 40-minute long video, but I do watch the whole thing. I had almost no problems with this one. So actually the only thing that's popping out to me are your voice sounds fantastic. The only thing that I think that you should work on are runs here. I think that's the only thing popping out to me. That's amazing. Just the runs. Yeah, those runs are just consistently the only thing that's getting in your way. And so I guess I'll give you a little lesson on how to actually do those runs. People ask for this all the time, by the way. To learn a run, it's really as simple as just whatever the run is, take the notes and do them slowly. So let's just make something up. Oh, that run. Oh, oh. If that's your run, break down the notes. Oh, 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 oh. And then get the rhythm. Oh, 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 oh. And if there's more connected to that run, it's the same thing. Like say, oh, 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 oh. And then that's really the whole process for learning how to get your runs from more solid. Because other than that, your voice is really good. If you just worked on those runs, you would be A-level material. I would encourage you to send me or write a comment or message me on Patreon or something and just tell me what it is specifically you want to change about your voice. Because if I were you, I would not want to change anything substantially. I would just work on getting your voice out there and making more videos, because you're already top level. You just got to put yourself out there and get used to doing that. That's all I think. And then these runs, and then more things will come up along the way in the process of doing that you'll want to address, but there's no big blaring oh, this definitely needs to get fixed right now and you definitely need a vocal coach to rework your entire voice. If it's working, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Anyway, next one.
I'm jealous, I'm overzealous. When I'm down, I get real down. When I'm high, I can come down. I get angry. Baby, believe me, I could love you just like that. I could leave you just as fast. But you don't judge me, 'cause if you did, baby, I would judge you too. Yeah, you don't judge me, 'cause if you did, baby, I would judge you too. 'Cause I got issues, you got them too. So give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. bask in the glory of our problems, 'cause we got the kind of love it takes to solve them. Yeah, I got issues. One of them is how bad I need ya.
Oh, okay, so two little things I want to point out. First of all, this is amazing, and like very similar to the last person. If you just make some small little adjustments, you'll be like top of your game. The first thing I want to point out here is,
So give them up to me and I'll give mine.
once you get to those higher notes, instead of trying to keep your voice in the same spot, let it shift up. So instead of give them all to me and I'll give mine to you, try and let it shift. Give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. Just let it go towards an ah or an ah instead of an sort of a thing, and it'll just help you get to those notes a lot easier. Another thing that might help is as you go up, increasing your volume if that's the kind of sound quality that you want, if you want to make it a little bit more belty. That being said, what you're doing right now is perfectly adequate as well, stylistically. The other criticism I would give
Up to me and I'll give mine to you.
is you phrase everything the same way. Everything is da 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 da. And same thing with the guitar playing. The guitar playing is the same throughout the whole song, dun, dun, as far as I'm aware. And so all I would say is maybe change that up. Find sections where you do want to da 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 da, where you want that, and then find sections where you have more of a smooth phrase. So give them all to me and I'll give mine to you. And then maybe there you da 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 pop like that. And same thing with your guitar. I mean, like, I'm not the best guitar player, so that's not the hugest thing. And this isn't really like a guitar criticism thing. But ideally, the people who are really, really good with that kind of stuff, they will tend to vary their strumming patterns with their singing phrasing. So those are the two things I would say to work on, and then you would be, I mean, you're already really, really good, and I encourage you to make more videos. You only got 8 subscribers, 9 subscribers now. But yeah, make more videos. That will help you also improve these things. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. YouTube is easy as fuck, guys. If I can build a channel, any of y'all can build a channel.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
Don't
is.
listen to you.
Baby, stop. Well, it's not easy, but just upload stuff. Sometimes things go viral for no reason.
Want everything she has, that smiling at me, that laugh she's giving you now. I wanna taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair.
Really, really interesting voice you have. I'm gonna pull up and listen to the original really quick to see if it's a similar sort of voice that you're going for here. Okay, I see. So the original singer did sing a bit more full, and you're going for more of like an edgy, bright sound?
I want her magic touch, yeah, 'cause of me breathing. You want me just as much as a girl.
So this is more of a stylistic criticism, and it really depends on what it is that you personally want to change and if you want to change this at all. But I'm going to go based off of the original singer here. I love your voice and I love what you're doing with it, and I think it sounds super unique. And if you don't want to change it, you don't got to change it, because this is more of like a stylistic change. But if you want to go for more of the original singer,
I don't get no peace.
and I don't know exactly how she phrases this line, but you like to modify your vowels towards an E or an E. You like to give no peace. The original singer might do something like, you like to give no peace. More towards an or an O. Give no peace. I would encourage you to at least to be able to do it, and at least to be able to experiment with your voice, modify some of your vowels towards those O's or O's, so that you can have the ability to do them instead of everything consistently, give no peace. That would be my advice, but again, it really depends on what it is that you want to do with your voice, because this is perfectly fine, and there are plenty of singers who have built careers doing what you're doing. But that would just be my advice, is just, you know, if you're actually looking for advice and you want to change something, I would change that. I would start playing with that, because it's only going to open up your options.
I only want to have fun. Learning to fly, learning to run. I let my heart decide the way when I was young.
Ooh, those low notes though.
Deep down I must have always known that this would be inevitable. To earn my stripes I'd have to bleed and bare my soul.
Oh, she's a little bit nervous, I think. No reason to be nervous.
I know I'm not the only one who regrets the things they've done. Sometimes I just feel it's only me who can stand the reflection that they see. I wish I could live a little more. Look up to the sky, not just the floor.
So pretty.
I feel like my life is flashing by, and all I can do is watch and cry. I miss the air, I miss my friends, I miss my mother, miss it when.
So let me give my what I'm getting from this so far. We can adjust a few things here. One thing that I'm hearing here is potentially maybe a fear of your volume with your high notes. Overall, you're doing really, really good, but I think you get a little bit afraid of being too loud once you get higher up in pitch, and you wind up holding back a little bit too much. The other thing that I would want you to start working on is it almost sounds to me like you have two different voices. You have a high voice, and you have a low voice, and you have a medium-ish voice. I can show you what I mean.
To earn my stripes, I have to bleed.
There's your low voice.
Not the only one who regrets the things they've done.
There's your high voice, like high-ish voice. Here's your mid-range of voice.
Yeah, I miss my friends, I miss my mother, miss it when.
And what I want to have ideally with you is to have them sort of blended a little bit more easily and have you be aware of how to make these transitions between these different parts of your voice so that you do it consciously. And so what I would say is practice each part, and I divide the voice up into different airflow positions. So practice most of the sound coming out of your mouth. Go something like, oh, oh, and practice that. And also practice, that nasalier one, and then practice blending them together. So that you don't have two separate things going on. You're not, and then when you go up, and something different. Do some exercises to blend them together. You could do a simple scale like I just did. You could just focus on it in the context of the song. And while you're singing, focus on where it's more appropriate to use one over the other. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that would be the first step towards moving your voice forward because you have a lot of potential and you could really just tap into it by learning just little tiny elements of technique to help you along the way.
Take 2,865. I feel like a prisoner. I keep messing up.
I
keep
feel
having
it.
to redo it over and over and over.
I feel you. That's normal, by the way.
Fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I leave with every piece of...
The biggest thing, the biggest thing that people pick up on when they're listening to you and they decide whether or not you're good or bad is pitch. Subtle things with pitch. And what I'm hearing just as this is going along, my friend, is your voice, the tone of your voice sounds great, but that don't matter if some of your pitches are wavering a bit. And pitch is more or less easy to fix. Tone is really hard to fix. If somebody has great pitch but a horrible tone, it's going to take them a very long time to learn how to sing. If someone has decent pitch but a great tone, you're mostly good to go. So right there, Work on that run. There's a fire. As my pitch goes off. There's a fire starting in my heart. Fire. Work on that run. I talked about runs earlier in this video.
Starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear.
And here your pitch, you change your key. The key changes. So just keep, I would practice to an instrumental. Like go online, look for a karaoke version of this song so that you can just stay solid in your key.
And sell me out and I'll lay your
And you're going to
ship
change the key
bare.
again.
See how I lean
Right there.
with
You're
every
just-
piece of you. Don't under.
You're slowly moving up in pitch as the song goes on for some reason. You want to stay, the scars of your love, they remind me of whatever the song is. You want to stay in those dopey mouth vowels for Adele generally. Instead of the scars of your love, they remind me. Stay in these dopier O-ish vowels.
Leave me breathless.
So instead of they leave me.
I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
And then right here, instead of all, go should have had it all. You see what I'm saying? I know I'm giving this particular person a lot of more criticism, but this same criticism can apply to anybody in any of these songs at any point. It's just that I know this song, I guess, and so it's a little bit easier for me to give advice.
Oh, rolling in the deep.
And also get a little bit louder as you go up in pitch. Those are my big pieces of advice. But overall, like, trust me, pitch, that's real easy. If you just sing to a backing track, that'll fix it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And then modifying your vowels towards like an or an O and getting louder as pitch goes up. Those are the three big things to work on. And you could be a really, really, really good singer. Like, honestly, you really could. And you're young, too, so.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in.
You're too loud. You're too loud just right off the bat.
Love for me.
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. If you are too loud, it's a sweet song. If you're I found a love for me, it's too much. Back off the volume and add breathiness.
Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. And girl, beautiful and sweet.
And then the next thing, of course, is definitely working on the pitch. Getting quieter is going to help you because you don't have to be giving it 100% the whole way through, and that takes away from pitch a lot of the times. But just sitting there and being sure you know the exact pitches of the song. If you have anything that you can use to figure out the pitches, so I found a love, and just slowly go along with it line by line by line. I found a love. Practice being quiet, practice being gentle, practice being easy, and just practice getting these pitches 100% accurate. I found a love. Right? Work on those two things, and those are definitely your next two steps with this, is getting a little bit more freedom and relaxation and quietness and ease to your voice, and then that will help you get these pitches. But definitely work on the pitches because the pitches are one of the most important things. Hopefully this video is helpful to y'all. Again, please bother me if I haven't done your singing review yet. The next week, 2 weeks, I'm gonna just be getting all these knocked out. So please send me a message if I haven't done your singing review. Even if you paid for it back when they were like $10 or something, just message me on Patreon or wherever you need to message me. Tell me that I haven't gotten to your video yet. I'll be sure to get to it. The problem is back when the singing reviews were like $10, $15 or whatever, when they were super cheap. I think they were even like $5 at one point. I don't know. I had swarms of requests once my channel started blowing up, so it's been really difficult. But anyway, send those over to me. Check out my website, youcansinganything.com. I do teach singing lessons online every single day through Skype if you're interested in that. Vlog channel, cover channel, and link to the Patreon where you can get a video review like this or a written review down in the description. Peace out, Tristans.